game number 5 here. It's going to be another silver matchup. Silver is silver. And spawning in the top right. This team is down 3-1. It's our orange Protoss player for CTsix. It's Danimal. And the super cute name, playing for Outset, our green Zerg player, it's DeezNuts. Actually, that is awesome. That's pretty funny. That's a pretty good image, you gotta say. I mean, honestly. It's a squirrel eating some nuts. It's great. It's great. So, first preview of the day. Is it? I'm not sure. I make things up a lot. It might be. I'm not sure. I don't care. Whatever. And Danimal's been going for a quick expand, maybe. Or cannon rush. We'll have to see. Could be either or. No decision made yet. But he's gonna be nice and safe in case DeezNuts was deciding, or happened to be deciding to go for a super early pool. He could be able to throw down a forge and then pile on in his main and be safe, so whatever. Probably a quick forge expand coming out of our Protoss player. Get his nice economy rolling as quickly as possible. I'm gonna get here and scout. See, absolutely nothing is down yet from Nuts. And is this gonna be a pool? Yes. Pool is gonna come down first on 14. And Danimal's gonna be safe. He's gonna be able to just expand whenever he wants to. Yeah, Gameheart, just you can find it on Team Liquid. He's got a 1v1, 1v1 OBS UII. And actually, Forge coming down first for Danimal. So he's gonna have the option to cannon rush the natural if he wanted to, but did he bring that probe home? Where is that probe? Probe, where are you? Did that probe die? Probe, did you die? Probe, why did you die? So the probe got surrounded by drones and got killed. Sad story for the probe. So it's not going to be a cannon rush. And it's actually going to be forge and gate. So despite knowing that it wasn't an early pool, Danimal is still going for a forge and then gate. And then maybe Nexus play? Maybe. Yeah, Nexus play. Nope, cannon. Then Nexus. So as safe as possible. There are 6 lings on the way. So it's well warranted to go for this. This cannon will be up by the time these lings get across the map. Our map, which is Yansu, which I never introduced. But Danimal's gonna be able to wall off pretty soon here. Pylon can be finishing up. Oh, is this pylon gonna be able to power Cybercore right here? It's a really nice wall. I like your wall, sir. As soon as he has the minerals, he's gonna be able to throw down the Cybercore. And wall it off, wall it off, wall it off. Yes. So these 6 lings, early investment, gonna do nothing. They can try picking away at the probe, but that's kind of unnecessary. And actually, I think they were on move command even, so yeah. 3 of them get taken down there. Good job, cannon. And probe only lost shields, didn't lose anything else. So Danimal's gonna have to back, or Danimal, Nuts is gonna have to back off for a little bit at least. But he's okay. There's no problem there. He just lost a couple drones that he could have had as drones instead of those lings across the map. Nuts is already in gas, so he'll be at speed pretty quickly here and be able to push away any sort of super early aggression, but a couple gas coming at the same time for Danimal. A little bit behind here, given that it's kind of the method of which he got this gateway really quickly, but it worked out pretty well for him since he needed that wall at that time, so that's okay. That works out pretty well, but he's just not able to start gateway research until now. He's not able to start gateway research until now. Nope, gonna get +1 instead. That's okay. Getting +1 attack prior to gateway research, I'm not sure. Yeah, this ling sees the forge blinking and going cray. The Roachhorn is actually already on the way and an Evo chamber. So Nuts is gonna have the option to have a lot of quick army units against still just 1 gateway. No other gateways yet for our Protoss player, and an Overlord just hanging around for Nuts, checking everything out. Just doesn't see anything at all. There's no tech to speak of just yet. Would expect to see something sometime soon. Danimal is pretty heavy on the mineral count at the moment, and he's just trying to get up his workers. It is 29-21 workers, both of them even immediately. And Lair already on the way for Nuts, +1 attack on the way for his ranged units. So will be roaches and hydras eventually. And this overlord is going to get sniped off before it sees anything useful. Mothership core. Mothership core, can you see? You can see that. Go poke these lings away. Twilight Council actually is going to be the choice of tech here. Either that's going to be for +2 or maybe just some sweet gateway all in. Maybe +2 blink all in. That'd be super. And yeah, that'll be nice. Timing might be a little bit off, but we'll see. Pneumatized Carapace coming in for the Overlords, so the Overlords will be moving around really quickly. So we could even see like Bailing drops, but he is already getting +1 attack for his range and no Carapace upgrades, so maybe we won't see that just yet. A few roaches on the way. Still pretty low on the drone count. Only 36 probes to 29 drones right now. And Danimal set up very well here. Nothing being researched out of the Twilight Council and no +2 on the way just yet. I think he just needs to realize that he has that available to him. So there we go. +2 has started. I imagine Blink or Charge. Actually DT Shrine, so never mind. Never mind that at all. It's going to be +2 DTs. And that's going to be very difficult for DeezNuts to hold off without seeing, but it doesn't matter because he already has 1 Spore Crawler. He's got 1 Spore Crawler right now, so he's going to be okay here. This base is kind of hard to hold until he gets some Overseers out. Mothership Core moving out, trying to see what it can. This is played prior to the balance patch because that range vision is huge. It's going to be able to see everything once it decides to actually move in and see everything. But it's not going to be able to see much because there isn't much to see. Third base on the way for DeezNuts. And still not many drones. So, yeah, with Mothership Core actually already has 2 kills. I think he killed a couple lings already. And he's poking away at some of these drones. Queen does win one-on-one, so you need to get out of there. Not even going to bother with the time warp to slow the Queen down. But oh well, he doesn't really care because that's a shit ton of gateways. That's a whole lot of gateways. There's going to be 9 gates. Nope, just 8 gateways. 8 gateways with DTs and +2. So it'll be probably a lot of Zealots and DTs, or just a ton of Zealots, or maybe just Archons. Doesn't matter. He's low on gas, and a lot of army units with +2 are going to just destroy what DeezNuts has at the moment. He's still so low on his worker count. He hasn't broke down the rocks here yet. And this Mothership Core is going to be able to see that this third does exist already. No proxy pylons to speak of. Sorry, I thought I saw something insane. I didn't. Roach speed on the way. +1's already done for them, but +2 is about to be done, and Blink actually is going to be on the way, so Blink and DTs, and no proxy pylon to speak of. 1 DT warped in. Where are you going, DT? You're going here. This DT is going straight for the main. I have a long, long journey, and I don't think the Spore Crawler is going to have a chance to see it. No way. The Spore Crawler is way too far away, especially that DT is going directly into the main. It's going to scoot up here through this ramp and be just fine. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be another DT. There's another DT on the way. Where's he going? Is he also going to the main? I don't know where he's going. Oh, another DT going to the third base. 1 DT going for the natural, I assume. And those are going to start going to work, but again, that was there. But this DT has +2, so it's going to be sitting here one-shotting all of these drones for a long time. At the same time, it's going to be going to work over the third. Already has 2 kills here. This DT with 5 kills at the moment. Slow Queen going to get slaughtered. And what can he do? Now, the Overlords do have the Pneumatized Carapace, so they can. There's an Overseer. There's finally an Overseer, so this is going to be pushed away. But the follow-up attack here is going to be pretty hefty. Blink is just about finished. +1 armor is about to be finished as well, but it's all gateway units at the moment. But a good amount of Archons can be warped in even, regardless of the DTs. But he may just be okay with warping in a ton of Stalkers and going for a really kind of delayed Blink Stalker +2 all in, which isn't a problem since he did a good amount of economic damage there. Killed 7 workers and is actually completely denying mining here at this natural or main base. They all seem to be stuck. Okay, they are moving back now, but Nuts saw the pylon warping in, but he's not going to be able to do anything about it. It's a lot of Stalkers at the moment, and it's a lot of gateways. I think he's blocked pylon-wise. Yes, he just made a bunch of pylons. He's going to warp in a bunch more units here. I can warp in more than that, sir. Oh well. And yeah, so we're going to have this engagement here. A rebel facility on the way back home even. But doesn't really matter. Blinking away nicely there. This is silver play, so any micro is good micro at this point. These Stalkers do have +2, but it's a good amount of roaches. They're holding their own, but it's not going to be enough against this army. Even not really blinking very well, but a lot more roaches are swinging in here. Gonna probably clean this up. Reinforcements could warp it at some point. There we go. 8 more stalkers on the way. But again, just the power of upgrades. +1 armor is about to finish, and a lot more stalkers going to be walking in here, and there's no answer for this. 11 more roaches on the way, but that's not going to cut it against 15 stalkers right now, especially when they're walking in, not all at the same time, not even bothering blinking. Almost, it doesn't care. Doesn't care. Blinking everything at once, because that is the way we do it. And the third base is dead. DeezNuts is still in the game though, making some spike collars back home. Has a good amount of roaches, but a couple Archons gonna be popping in here as well. And +2, +1 for all these army units for our Protoss player. He's just gonna kind of parade march in and take everything out. Actually, is he not going to do that? He's gonna go for the rocks. Not really necessary. I guess he just wants to open up that pathway if possible. He's gonna start continually warping in units, but roaches on the high ground here are gonna try to pick away what they can. 8 more roaches on the way, about to join them. +1 melee is actually finished. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not, but he's got +1 melee, and Danimal is pretty okay about sitting out here behind and just warping in more and more units and reinforcing constantly. He's got a robot facility, and it's making an observer. I thought it made an immortal, but I don't see one. But first, Archon goes down pretty quickly, and actually the second Archon is going to get sniped off really quickly too, so Nuts is holding his own. It's still very difficult. He's on a very low economy, and fighting out here is not the best of decisions. Fighting away from his spine crawlers, since this is continually losing all of his units right now. Supplies are even, so there is that. 10 more roaches are on the way, though. That's the problem with the supply, that Danimal actually hasn't warped in yet, so once Danimal warps in, he's taking the supply lead. There we go. 91 to 67 supply at the moment. And the supply for Danimal, or for DeezNuts, is all in these roaches, more or less, and there's not really many of them. Another attack coming in here. Time warp going down, just to make sure that these units can't get away. And Blink's not really being used to their full effectiveness at all, but oh well. And it's really hard to warp in when you're fighting at the same time. And if you're not going to actually blink micro, then you may as well warp in as often as you possibly can. It's kind of the only thing that's been keeping Nuts into this game, is the fact that he's actually producing while he's fighting, and his opponent isn't. Even still, with all the army units dead, he's not actually warping in anything. And no third base for Danimal either, so if this attack were to fail somehow, which I don't think it will, 18 links are going to be coming in to join some of these roaches, which would be nice against the stalkers, assuming they do have speed, which they don't. So it's going to be slowlings. I'm not sure how he didn't get speed ever, but he didn't. So that's rough. So a bit of a rough game here for Nuts. He lost his natural now. 44 workers, 34 workers, 83 supply to 40 supply in favor of the Protoss player. Just a matter of time. More and more units trying to come in. But he's got a lot of money, but no production. 3 larvae right now, because they just popped off the inject. And all these drones going to the slaughter here. Nothing they can really do. Trying to attack, maybe. And Danimal just sitting out here at the ramp. Saying what's up. Not taking third base because third bases are useless. About to mine out here, and there's the GG from Nuts. So Danimal gotta get CT6 closer in this match. It's gonna be 3-2 now. Intriguing.